What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here in this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, let's talk about bots, because there's nothing more controversial in the Splinterlands space than bots and bot farms, bot armies, whatever you want to call them. Now, I'm going to say something that I think is objectively true, right? And then we'll go into what my whole video is about. And that is the fact that if bots are in the space, there must be something lucrative. The game ecosystem, the game economy must be doing something right for people to take the time to come in and try and exploit it with automation. So, in that way, under that assumption, I actually am excited to see bots come back into the ecosystem. Now, for those who may not be aware, those of you who might be new to Splinterlands, we have two formats, right? Modern format and wild format. Modern format is human only. Wild format does allow for automated play. There's several different botting services, and you can bot by yourself, however you want to do it, but you can automate play. And what we've seen over the past couple of years is all of the automation, or at least the high-level farming automation, has been taken out due to incentive structure changes. But as we round the corner into what will hopefully be a bull run, I would love to see the incentives naturally within the game economy and the ecosystem pop up once again to bring bots back and bot farms back. Now, this is not me saying that I'm in favor of bot farms and that they're good for the ecosystem. That's not what I'm trying to get at. I'm trying to say that if we were to see them again, we would know that we were on the right track, because it would be worthwhile for them to be turned online, and therefore we would know that Splinterlands is in a much better spot, right? The leeches have come back, right? And again, I'm not even trying to hate on bot farms. I don't know who runs them. I'm sure there's some genuine people that are just trying to min-max and ROI their accounts, whatever the case is. And I'm sure there are leeches, right? It goes all over the place. But let's take a look at some numbers real quick here, because what fascinates me is actually how close we could be to that. And I'll explain. So, I don't know how much you guys are earning in a wild format. I am letting my account play without any of its main cards. It's really just soulbound reward cards and gladiators that are playing right now. And I'm able to maintain like a Diamond 1 rating. Now, I have 200,000-ish SPS staked, or at least that's what's going towards my rewards right now. And that is getting me about 3 to 4 SPS per win. So that's where I'm at. I don't think that everybody would be there. I don't think bots would be there, although right now renting SPS is relatively cheap. So I don't know what would be required for this in terms of what you would need to own for cards and how much SPS you would need to have staked or delegated to you or rented. But let's just go with an easy number here. Let's go with 2 SPS per win, okay? So you do 2 SPS per win. You got 24 battles a day. You're winning roughly half of them, right? So that's 24 SPS per day that you're winning. Now you multiply that by 15 days in a season. We usually get 15 or 2 seasons per month, right? And that gets you 360 SPS. Now, if I multiply that, right, times 0.005, which is what the current value of SPS is, it's $1.8. Well. The amount that you would need in order to pay for the wild pass is actually less than this, right? When DEC is at peg, it's $2, or 2,000 DEC is at $2. But what is it right now? So $2 times 0.0006, right? Something like that. 2,000 times 0.0006, 1.2. So if you're able to earn just 2 SPS per win in wild format, right? And I'm doing so with not a fantastic deck and a decent amount of SPS staked, you're already coming out ahead by 60 cents per season. Now, this is what I'm trying to get at. Is anybody going to be able to retire off of this, right? Making $1.20 per month, right? 60 cents each season? No, right? That's not the point. But when bot armies recognize this and then come back en masse, they're able to scale this up to a much crazier number. Now, again, I know I'm leaving out some other things, right? I don't know how much the cost would be if they wanted to go and rent some things. I don't know how much the cost would be if they needed to rent SPS. You can work all that stuff in there. But these numbers are based on SPS being half a penny. Imagine what happens if SPS does literally a 4x from here and goes back to 2 cents. Well, all of a sudden, the profit margins start to increase dramatically. And if you're doing this at scale, we could potentially see a lot of accounts come back online. Now, maybe it's not the bot farms, maybe it's people alt accounts, whatever it is, right? But the point is, this is beneficial because then we would have more people paying into the wild season pass, which I believe, I forgot what date it is, but within the next couple of weeks here, it's either August 30th or September 3rd, you will no longer be able to buy the wild season pass with vouchers. You'll have to use DEC, which means we'll be burning a actually decent amount of DEC, because for every 500 accounts that purchases it, we burn 1 million DEC, right? So if we start to see what Matt had originally predicted, right? We used to have like 75,000 accounts playing in Wild over the course of a season, right? And he was thinking if we had 50,000 or 15,000, right? Just 20% of that, which again, we didn't get 20%, we got 4%. But if it were to rise up to 15,000 accounts, for example, that found it profitable to play in Wild, sure, maybe they're taking, the margin off and they're extracting it from the ecosystem. But guess what they're doing? They're burning DEC, and we would be burning 15 million DEC per season, right? Or 30 million DEC per season. It would start to become significant. So this is why I always say that SPS is the driving factor for everything. That's what gets everybody coming back in. And here's the cool part, right? If those bots are coming back in, it's starting to get a little bit more competitive. They need to rent some cards. There are a finite amount of cards. I know it seems like there's a ton out there, but there are a finite amount of cards, and it'll be interesting to see what happens as, hopefully, right, the price of SPS rises because we are burning or stacking or staking or whatever it is. If the price of SPS starts to rise, whether it's the bots coming back, whether it's people coming in, or a combination of both, we can start to see scarcity really kick in and that whole flywheel action come into play. But I just want to share these numbers with you because even at half a penny, right? Even at half a penny, it does seem almost profitable as long as you're able to earn 2 SPS, right? Again, I don't know how you get there, but if you can get there for whatever minimal cost, at this point in time, I'm trying to point out that if you win 2 SPS per game, then you are, you're coming out ahead, right? Roughly 60 cents, right? So that gives you some wiggle room to rent SPS, to rent cards, right? If you don't own the SPS already, for example. But that's all I have for you guys in this video. Just wanted to share some quick numbers with you and tell you why I would be excited if bots started coming back in, because that would show that the game economy is headed in the right direction. But that is all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.